Today our group decided to take into consideration immigration, which is a topic that we feel very close to our country. And so we are going to talk about the definition of immigration and general information, and then we are going to examine immigration in Europe, in Italy, and in other Erasmus countries. Okay, so let's start by the definition of immigration. Immigration is the action of coming to live permanently in a foreign country.
Immigration is one of the most debated topics of our days, but let's have a better understanding of this topic, of this phenomenon. Let's start by saying that people have always left their country in order to look for better living conditions. And nowadays, 244 million of people live in a foreign country. That's about 3.3% of the world population. In the last 15 years, the numbers of immigrants has had a 44% increase. More than 1 million migrants and refugees crossed into Europe in 2015, sparking of a crisis as countries struggle to cope with the influx and creating division in the EU over how best to deal with the resettling people.
As you can see from this pic, immigrants leave most Syria because of the civil war between Assad and the rebels, then Afghanistan, Iraq, Kosovo, and other countries from Asia and Africa. Let's skip. People tried to apply for a permission to stay in Italy, more than 1 million, but only 300,000 of people were accepted. Immigration is important in Sicily because everyone from Africa arrives here in Sicily, then they move to the northern Europe, and then they arrive from the east and they arrive maybe there. And as you can see, these are the statistics. The numbers are close to the million and you can see. And how dangerous is the journey? There are journey by the sea and by the land. Usually by the sea, in every single ship, from the biggest one to the smallest one, people die because of hunger, or maybe there are, as you can see, there are too many people on this ship, and maybe many of them sink in the sea. There have been many cases in which a ship sinks with all the people on it, more or less 3,000 dead people, from children to the oldest one. And overcrowding is a problem. As I said before, only 300,000 of people were accepted. The other ones are living in Italy, but they don't have the permission properly. I finished, I think. So it's time for immigration in Italy.
So before I start, I would like to ask you the question: how many people do you think there are? Someone?
On the picture?
Yes.
Yeah, on that photo. 300.
300.
500.
Exactly. The people are, as you see, you can't see the people that are under, but there are people that are under the other people. So it's come si dice strati?
It's layered. It's layered.
Yes, it's layered. Exactly. So there are a lot of people concentrated in one ship, and there's a possibility that the ship could even sink. Here, as you see, the immigrants come from Libya, Tunisia, and Egypt. So Italy is the first country that comes in contact with the immigrants. Okay. I think, sincerely, that immigration started all with Gaddafi, because at first, when there was Gaddafi, the immigrants were controlled, as I say, because of more control in the territory. But after Gaddafi died, I mean, before that, there was the Treaty of Benghazi. Berlusconi and Gaddafi signed a treaty that established that the migration would be limited and that Libya should give petrol, petrol, oil to Italy. After Gaddafi died, this treaty has been vanished. Some numbers. Like I said, in 2008, there was still Gaddafi. So the migration was limited. You see, 40,000 were in 2008. In 2009 and 2010, during the Treaty of Benghazi, the immigration was better controlled. And after the death of Gaddafi, so 2015 and 2016, these are the numbers, and they have increased. And they are increasing day by day. Where they live in Italy. They live mostly in the north of Italy. But someone could tell me why. Why they leave, why are they concentrated in these states, in these regions? No one?
Maybe you want to leave Italy to go in another country.
Yeah, but mostly because in these states, in these regions, the life conditions are better. Yes, and the regions are more rich than the south. Exactly. Okay.
Okay, so now, what do immigrants do in Italy, in the other countries they reach? Usually, they are used to do jobs that Italians in particular, but other people in general, don't really like, as helping elderly people or working in the fields. And there are opinions that are in contrast about this phenomenon, because on one end, this phenomenon can be a positive thing, because as we know and as we see, in these days, in these years, the population is getting older, and so with all these new people that are coming from other states and from other countries, the population will be younger again, and in fact they will do all the jobs we don't want to do. But on the other hand, if they stayed permanent in our states, there would be the problems that in the future they would be old too, and so they would need pensions, and so there will be more problems about economic problems. Okay, so why do they immigrate? We talked about a bit of this topic before while we were talking about the thing in Europe in general. But an important thing we have to know is that there is a difference between refugees and economic immigrants. Refugees are those who escape from their country because of war, but really they don't want to. It's only a necessity, and if it's possible, they would like to return in their country. The other ones are the economic migrants, which are who are people that decide that want to leave their country, looking for better economic conditions. So they really want to leave because they want to be a more stable life, to have a more stable life in another state. In fact, most of the refugees, as we said, don't want to remain permanently in the states they reach. They only want to avoid the worst period in their country and then return there. Now we can talk about some of the institutions that there are in Italy generally, and particularly in Sicily, which is the part of Italy, the southern part of Italy, the island we saw before, and it's where we come from. And we can say that there are many police and many people that help them, as for example the security department that are specialized with boats and with helicopters so they can help them with boats when they are in the sea, when they found them with helicopters or airplanes. They like penetrate the sea and saw if there are some immigrants, and then with boats they can save them. And we had the chance, a part of our group had the chance to go to the port authority, and there we made an interview to a man who is part of this port authority, which is called Mr. Coronello, that explained us and told us a story of a woman he saved in the sea. A woman who was pregnant, and with his helicopter he had the chance to save her. They went to the hospital, and then like 2 hours later the baby was born. And I think that we really noticed was this sentence that he said at the end of the interviews, which is, when I am at the sea saving someone, I never think about who he is or where he comes from. The only thing I focus on is doing my job and saving a life, which we think is the most important thing. And now,
So, for C, can you skip please? Thank you. No problem. So, as my colleagues said before, this is our point of view about what is going on in our country, and then we chose Pirate Sea, which is a film shot by Gianfranco Rosi, and it is a documentary in Lampedusa, which is a small island, a Sicilian island one. So this deal with the migrant crisis, and this is an important thing because we want to make sure that this will remain in your mind, because this is so important for us. And then it's skip. Thank you. The lazy eye of a young boy, so this is the story, want to represent the fact that maybe we don't steer at our conviction, our way, our lifestyle, and we want to let you know that you have to open your eyes and then open your mind. So, by telling what we have, I guess just said before, we want to make sure that this is so important for you as it was for us. So that's my point, and our point as a group for Erasmus project, in my opinion.
Okay, so after we looked on the internet about facts that concern Italy, we wanted to know what teenagers actually thought about immigration in our country. So me and other guys from the group decided to go around our school with our phone, and we did some interviews asking almost the same question, which was, what do you think about immigration? We got very, very different kind of answers, and we made also released a short video to sum up all what they said, and here it is, so enjoy.